Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Not at the studio today. I'm not at my house either. I was actually just at the bars watching the games with some Chat Sports guys, and I'm at my guy Smitty's house. But we got some breaking Giants news. This is why you subscribe to the channel. No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, we're going to get you guys a video as soon as we can. And the New York Giants have made not one, but two hires to their coaching staff, filling two of the three coordinator positions. John Harbaugh is not messing around. He's not waiting for anybody to become available. He is making his moves, starting with the defensive coordinator position. We've been talking a lot about Anthony Weaver. We've been talking a lot about a bunch of different coaches. Jim Leonhard was a name that was brought up as well. We talked about him on the morning video today. But the defensive coordinator, Dennard Wilson, formerly of the Tennessee Titans, he has been hired to be the next DC of the New York Football Giants, as my guy John Harbaugh would say. Dennard Wilson, you are a Giant. Welcome to Big Blue finally. And we go back to what, 2024 when Shane Bowen was hired. He was in the running, he being Dennard Wilson, to be the Giants DC then, interviewed for this job. Brian Dable really wanted him. They didn't get it done. He goes to Tennessee. He's their defensive coordinator for 2 seasons. They have a coaching staff change. New guys coming in with Robert Saleh. He's allowed to leave. And now he is with the New York Giants. He has ties as well to John Harbaugh. That is how he got in the running to be the Giants defensive coordinator. He was the Baltimore Ravens defensive back coach in 2023. He was up for the defensive coordinator job as well for the Baltimore Ravens. He, Zach Orr, and a couple of other guys were in the mix for that. And Harbaugh eventually chose Zach Orr, whether you want to say over Dennard Wilson or not. There were some rumors and thoughts out there that that was a decision that Harbaugh maybe regretted at one point, and he does not mess around at this point anymore. He is hiring Dennard Wilson to be the defensive coordinator. And this is somewhat of a shock. Anthony Weaver was the guy that seemed like the runaway favorite for this job. All the insiders, everybody was talking about it. We were talking about it on this channel. But they're not waiting to see if he's going to get a head coaching job, I guess. They don't want to risk that. They found their guy in Dennard Wilson, assuming the interview went really well for him. His second time doing it with the Giants. There was thoughts today that with Jonathan Gannon going to the Green Bay Packers and Jim Leonhard being available, who was also linked to Green Bay, that means the Giants were going to really target him. John Harbaugh says, not today. Dennard Wilson, he is the defensive coordinator for the Giants. I was talking to one of my good friends, Titans fan. He says, I asked him, what'd you think of Dennard Wilson over the last couple of years? Obviously, the Titans haven't had that much talent on the defensive side of the ball, and they weren't really all that good under Dennard Wilson. Where you can say they were good, 2024, they had allowed the second least amount of yards in the National Football League, but the 30th most points, and then this past year, 28th most points. Takeaways, the defense ranked 26th one year, 16th another year. So, but he told me he's going to play 4-3 mostly, so maybe the New York Giants change that up. They're kind of built for a 3-4 right now. But everyone's multiple in today's game, and whether that means you have 2 guys standing up and 2 guys on the outside or whatever, likes too high, likes to blitz, better with pass defense than run, but the Titans were playing with practice squad guys at corner. So Dennard Wilson, the new defensive coordinator for the Giants. We'll have more coming up on Wilson over the next couple of days when I'm back at home and I got my notes. But just wanted to get everybody a video on this, as the New York Giants are also hiring Chris Horton as their assistant head coach and special teams coordinators. It's a reunion for John Harbaugh and Horton, a former NFL DB who spent the last 11 seasons on Harbaugh's staff in Baltimore. That comes from Tom Pelissero. Horton was actually a special teams coordinator who the Giants requested to interview for the Baltimore Ravens, and the Ravens, they denied it. But now with Jesse Minter there, things kind of changed, and they're letting guys go at this point. But Chris Horton, He has been a coach in the NFL since 2014 is when he got his start with the Baltimore Ravens. He's been there for the last 11 years. He was UCLA's quality control assistant in 2012 and 2013. He was actually a member of the New York Giants in 2012, offseason and/or practice squad member only. 2008 seventh round pick, 249th overall. I'm going to see if my guy Smitty has PFF logged in on his computer. Maybe we go through his browsing history a little bit later or something. I want to look at the Baltimore Ravens special team stats over the last couple of years. Let's see what those are looking like. Trying to make it happen for you guys. Special teams this year, the Baltimore Ravens ranked, according to PFF, not the Bible, 24th overall. So let's see what they were in 2024. They were 30th overall. And let's see, 2023 we'll go back. Ravens were 13th. So of the 3 years, 2 they were solid. Third one, 2 they were bad. 1 they were solid. Yeah, look, I'm trusting John Harbaugh on this. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Would I have liked a defensive coordinator that was different than him? Yeah, but I didn't sit in these rooms. I didn't get to talk to him. And I don't have nearly the knowledge or the resources or anything that John Harbaugh has, especially not the relationships, which seems like they're most important for him right now. He's bringing in guys he's familiar with, bringing in guys that he knows that he's going to work with, that are going to set the right message, that are going to teach the right way. He wants players to be taught, and they're going to help him, these coaches, establish a culture and a dynamic that's similar to the one with the Baltimore Ravens and hopefully better with the New York Giants as well. So you get your defensive coordinator in Dennard Wilson. You get your special teams coach in Chris Horton. And it sounds like, look, it sounded like it was going to be someone else at the defensive coordinator spot, but it is Dennard Wilson. But all signs do point to Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator for the Ravens, to come and join the New York Giants as well. So I'm going to go through my Twitter timeline, see if there's anything else I can keep you guys up to date with. But yeah, Giants make some hires. John Harbaugh not waiting around. Going to get his guys. Big hire for John Harbaugh is what they're saying. Todd Monken waiting to see if he gets the Browns job. Wilson was the Ravens DB coach in 2023. He was a Giants top target to replace Wink Martindale. Yes, he was. So the man that the Giants wanted a couple of years ago, they finally get into Dennard Wilson. Excited to see what he does with this defense. How are you going to use Abdul Carter? Are you going to roll out Abdul, Kayvon, Dex, Burns all on the field at the same time? Can you get all your best players on the field executing a scheme that's going to help the New York Giants win games? Can you help any of these young DBs take that next step? Is there anything left in Deonte Banks? I mean, I don't know. I'm not putting any stock in that, but man, what a job that would be if you could turn that around. Andrew Phillips, can you help him go to the next level? Play the ball in the air a little bit more. Be a little less grabby. That'd be awesome. Tyler Nubin, is there something there? I don't know. I'm not the biggest Nubin guy. He'll have to prove me wrong this year. I want him to prove me wrong this year. Can Javon Holland take a step? Not another step. He didn't take a step this year. The same player he was with Miami the last year. So Holland needs to be better. Paulson Adebo, do you bring back Cordell Flott? Going to be a lot to dissect with this defense. Can't wait to do it. John Harbaugh's making moves. Appreciate you guys. Sorry for the setup not being perfect, and sorry for not being at home and having all my notes. And I'm feeling good as well. Was at the bar hanging out, enjoying my Sunday. It's a snowstorm here. It's awesome. Hope everybody's safe out there. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Let's go Giants.